Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we are continuing the World of Warcraft Hardcore series with our Druid Syken tanks. After successfully conquering Zul'Farrak and Uldaman, I finished a couple of quests, mainly in Tanaris and Feralis. Nothing like major, but I figured would be a good entry for us just to get to level 47, and that's where we currently are. 47, self-buffed. I increased the tailoring a little bit more, just so that we can get to the Mooncloth sooner than later. So the moment that I do have a little bit more time and money, I can actually push it to 250, and then the Druid has a very easy time to get Mooncloth on cooldown, so that'll be good. Other than that, today on the menu we are having a nice little Hinterlands gig, mainly because I haven't covered this zone like in great detail, and it is a good zone. You can do a lot in the Hinterlands. We have a couple of quests, one of which is select these wildkin feathers that are lying around here on the ground. Sometimes they're a little bit harder to spot, but generally speaking, there are plenty of them that are laying around. So that's number one. Number two is we need troll tribal necklaces, which in itself is also not a problem. I could swear that you could combine the troll tribal necklaces with an apothecary quest, but that was on Horde side. We have a few other things, cage checking, which we can definitely combine with the troll tribal necklaces. So we're going to go and start with that, and let's focus on those quests for the beginning. We're then going to make our way further to the east as we're playing, and let's take a little bit of a look how our upgraded kit works. So we're still critting for half of their hit points. That wildkin is almost immediately dead. Oh yeah, it's just fantastic. I like the game style, the ambush game style. And the little bit of damage that we're taking, we could easily heal back. And even if we do not crit, like after a couple of normal hits, the guy is still at half hit points. Good, the first cages are over here. That's the ones that we're now going to check, and in typical fashion, double heal into move up. And we haven't even taken damage, thanks to our HOTS. Yeah, I must say, I mean, I haven't leveled the Feral Druid in a while, and I really enjoy it. The experience is great. Super steady leveling, like nothing extremely fancy, but just honest killing of mobs. Also, no specific equipment needed. You can just go with a couple of blades and you're still going to be very fine, which is nice. So very twink friendly, or even first character friendly, because you don't need any auction house material in order to make the character work. Good. So where do we stand? 3 out of 5 tribal necklaces. We could get more because that's a repeatable like experience quest. Specifically when people want to power level their characters. Troll tribals go for a lot of money. 25 silver. I think that's understating it. If someone really wants to level, you know, they can go as high as like half a gold to 75 silver. And given how fast you can just clear these guys, it's a really nice gold earning opportunity if you're into grinding. I personally do it from time to time, but it's not like I want to grind 3 levels and just do troll necklaces. I like the variety a little bit. Okay, so troll necklaces, speaking of which, we're done with these. We still need, however, that 3rd cage, which is in the other camp. So prepping, and this is really the cool part about the druid, right? So we had taken a bit of a beating, but we're just healing ourselves, and in no time we're back in business. Good. Let's go in to the 3rd cage, and then I'll collect the other feathers as a fast forward. Very good. Haven't used the nifty stopwatch a single time. This is just how safe I have been the entire time. And partially because I do have sprint in cat form, so nifty isn't that needed. But it's nice to have a backup tool. Good, we need to go down there, and yes, we could go from the other side, but the walking would take a little bit longer, and I might just go straight through it. Thanks to Furor, we also now have the option to 100% of the time when we're shifting also gain 40 energy, so that's the power shifting I was talking about. And we're now having like this extra nice Nature's Grasp, which if we activate it, basically what it does is it'll entangle these guys. Great for chases when we're fleeing or when we're fighting a mob, or after a short period of time I really would like to back up a bit, like after the initial burst. First time that we're even dropping below 50%, and that only because we have poison on us, yada yada yada. Okay. Come on. Let's move in. Nice finisher for 566. Well done. That's a bit the tricky part. where we are pulling to, and where the pathing isn't working that well. As you can see, we can move through here, and then they are pathing around, which we can use to our advantage by like doing this. Alright, back to here. A little bit of healing. And back in cat form. Easy triple pull. Good. Now, finally, let's open the cage. And then I'll take care of the wild feathers, because that'll be our next big thing. But that we can fast forward before we're coming to the oozes. Alright, we got most of our feathers, actually all of them done, and we're now at the green sludge. Just need to kill 10 of these guys, and we're golden. Anything else? Yeah, jade oozes. That should be no problem. And I just realized we have Cortello's Riddle for a nice little 14 slot backpack, but more importantly for some experience available. So might as well do that in a second. In the meantime, hide, sneak, ambush. These guys have a high nature resistance, so the fairy fire is being resisted more often than not, which I think counts as nature from a spell school perspective. Alright, wonderful. Little ad from behind. Yeah, we're just going to grind 20 of those oozes and we're done, so. That's a really easy way of finishing a quest. And then I think the next one will be Cortello's Riddle. Unfortunately, all of that has just given us 5% so far. But okay, we are just about to start, so I can calm the horses a little bit. And we haven't traded in. Every quest is about 2.5%, so those two quests might bring us to 10% overall. This here is another 5%, so these two finished means we're at 15% in whatever we're getting from the kills right now. Hinterland's not a region where without previous quests you can just go and completely do a full level, unfortunately. But I would like to be level 48 before we're going into Searing Gorge, because I have good experiences with a nice little 48 run in Searing Gorge, just doing all of the quests at once and basically doing a solid level there. Where else can we go for quests at the moment? Yeah, I don't want to go halfway around the world just for barely higher quests than I've done beforehand. So all of this here, level 48, 49, 50 quests, we can do that at level 49 when we're done with Searing Gorge. Question is, what are we going to do in between? I mean, we could go for a Maraudon run. Yeah, there are a couple of advantages by doing it now. Kind of a quest run. But that, yeah, that means I need to go twice, because I think with 47 we're still a little bit too low for like a full Maraudon run including princes, unless we're getting carried. We certainly can't. We could try to tank it, but I would rather be around level 50. So that's off the plate. Sunken Temple would be off the plate, but is like 52-ish. Accidentally pulled the second ooze. Luckily we got our healing. Very nice. Good. Switch it up a little bit. I fat fingered the lip. 3 gold down the drain. Completely unnecessary, by the way. Why did I do that? That was so unnecessary. On a scale from 1 to unnecessary, that was like ultra unnecessary.
Not enough rage.
Could have been 101 ways of how we could have killed that Jade Ooze without wasting a lip. Anyways, I think we were at the whole question, where do we need to go, or can we go next? Good. And whilst we're doing this here, let's see. So I mean, Hinterlands is generally actually a surprisingly good area for that. We could do a couple of much over-leveled quests in Badlands. Don't think that's a smart idea. We could already go here and do the level 50 quests, but again, that's doesn't really sit well with me. Stranglethorn could be something. I should have taken the whiskey quest. Whiskey Slim's Lost Grog. That's unfortunate. Message in a Bottle, and we could do the Monographed Sesh. That's like a few quests in one. Monographed Sesh with the right material has a follow-up quest. So that's not too bad. I guess that is an option. So there's a little bit that we can gobble up there. I double checked. Most of the other stuff not very interesting at the moment. That actually Ashara could be a surprising option. However, kind of the level 47 stuff at the beginning would be the only thing that we can do. It feels more like a transitory location where we're going because we're on our way to somewhere else, and then we kind of opportunistically take that with us.
I'm out of
But yeah, I want to make sure that we're gobbling up a couple of the quests here and there, mainly to make sure that we're like well leveled. We can of course do Tanaris, but like I said, I think I much rather want to do that after Sunken Temple. I think I want to do that after Sunken Temple. After, sorry, Searing Gorge. Okay, so the plan is we're continuing here. A couple of Stranglethorn quests as and when available. I mean, there is definitely a lot around Maraudon that the game already offers us. But I also know Maraudon is like one of those dungeons. I would love to tank it, get a bit of a different perspective, and that's just not happening at 46, 47. Speaking of what's not going to happen, I just shrunk myself. But it is cute. A small little kitty instead of a grown jaguar, puma. Okay, let's fast forward for you guys because we've seen enough kills, and we're going to rejoin once all of them are done. Alright, so we have finalized all of the quests. I turned in Coronello's Riddle, which by the way gave us this nice little 14 slot backpack. Might as well exchange it, so we got a couple of unique 14 slot bags. And look at that, Skullrock cleanup, necklace. We don't have further necklaces, but yeah, remember how I said we are about at 20%? Yep, we are pretty much at 20%. Just shipping out those other backpacks. And whilst we're at it, let's do the cage quest. The Witherbark cages. I think that's pretty much all we can do here. As I mentioned, we gotta pick up a couple of crumbs left and right, some of which will be in Stranglethorn. Okay. So, let's finish that quest first. We got the Altar of Zul, which is a follow-up. What's the follow-up of that quest, by the way? I mean, that's another 5,000. And we could sneak up. It's a dangerous area, though. Question is, do we really need to do that now, or can we wait? Because we need to get Jamal the Prophet anyways, so... This here would definitely look like a fantastic environment, but I want to do it at 48 and not now. Like I mentioned, I don't want to always have to do higher level quests. Now is a good time to rethink. We can do the Rise of the Silithis quest line here. Well, that both of, or three of those actually would be decent quests. Yeah, we could start the Ashen Vale once, but like I said, that feels more like a little snack. I think the single best thing to do now would be to likely do Stranglethorn Vale, and that's what we're going to do. Let me go down there and start doing the quests, Message in a Bottle and Monogram Sash. Alright, shortly after we find ourselves doing King Mokla. I did the message in the bottle pre-quest, and now it's time for Mokla himself. The guy hits hard though, so you gotta be a bit mindful. I also don't want to add additional gorillas. Yeah, the tank should pull him a little bit back. That's not good. Very good. So, here's the shackle key. And we are handing in the quest. You can see we were at 20%. The pre-quest here, plus the few kills, already made it so that we're now at almost 30%, somewhat dinked even. The group quests are giving a lot of experience. They are definitely worth it, which is why I'm doing them.
How may I aid you? Walk with the earth. We shall meet again.
There we go, 7,000. And we got like what? Nice little wrist that we can't wear. Okay, let's take a look. 35%. Holy smokes. Now we're good. We're very good. Good. Next up, we're doing the monogrammed sash and the follow-up quest. Let's do that. I need to prepare a little bit. Alright, so we prepared some food, which was good, which we're going to need in a second. And there is the monogrammed sash, which is essentially finding that giant mock rash over here. Wait, he seems to be tagged. Okay, so that is strange.
Out of range.
That is very strange. Cool. Now after we have that out of the way, Mock Rush finally can be teched. I will heal. Go ahead and go ham. Okay. Not necessarily the best healer because I don't have like a deep mana pool, but for quests like this here, it's good enough. Cool. So now we're going to trade that sash in. And then there's essentially the follow-up quest where he says there's even another like hidden giant and you can only lure him out with food. And that's why we prepared all of the food, because Negrosh. No, it's not Negrosh. It's Negolash. Is kind of the other giant that we want to kill, but we need the food in order to do that. That took some time because naturally on a lower population server those things are not readily available, so therefore you gotta find a way of getting that stuff. Luckily we had a friendly druid who was looking into these things, and yeah, now it worked out. So long story short, trading that in, we are at 35%, and the cool part about all of those like high level specifically loot quests is
be careful. See you around.
it's a lot
For the alliance.
of experience.
Yo, glad I could help. Be good. What can I do for you?
Very good. Talk to the guy and his mate, then come. Correct, only one person needs, which is why I asked you to get them. Because not only did I summon the druid who bought the raw materials, I also kind of crafted the item, which are barbecued buzzard wings, and you need a couple of quests in order to even get to them, which is fine, but not everybody has done those quests anyways. So we are at a solid 37%. Maybe I can, with that elite quest here, I can reach like 45%. It's not great, but it is a start. Summon here. All right, cool. So Neglush. Fantastic. Neglush slaps, so I want to make sure that we're healing him well, and we certainly are. There we go. Got the cutlass. And that thing will be worth another 7,000, I think, experience. So that might push us. That might push us almost all the way there. Good. Now that we have finished that part, there isn't really too much for us to do over here. Again, don't want to go in too early. I could do Feralis. I could do actually Ashenvale, which might be not a bad call, all things considered. Those are typically quests that I it's wise. Wouldn't do. Ashara, not Ashen Whale, sorry. Thinking about it. Yeah, that might be it. I'll tell you what, I'll rethink what we're going to do next. I will level the character to 48 and then go into Searing Gorge. That's the general game plan for now. And I think we're going to be okay. So thank you so much for watching. Let's end the episode on a high, which is a big fat XP injection. 7,100, I like it. Got a nice little tanking trinket. Might as well do that. Double stopwatch for the win. Got a nice little tanking trinket, and we are at 43. Not exactly 45, but close to. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you on the next episode. Bye bye.